everybody, welcome to another Mytube. I'm wearing this hat just so presentation wise I look a little different. That way it's not always the same look every time I do one of these videos. Sometimes, wasn't it previously that I had on my hat, my other hat, my fedora or whatever the other hat gimmick is called. Now I'm wearing this American representing hat. And it was just recently Independence Day a week ago. So better late than never. Representing the good old red, white, and blue. Anyways, this hat actually was given to me by my wife when we had just started dating. On my first birthday into the relationship, she gave me this on the first of my birthday that we had together. That was her first gift to me ever, and that's why I still have it. Okay, so it's been 7 years and I still have this. In case you missed it, I mentioned it a couple of times. I am a hoarder, and of course I still have it because of that. Now I thought, what should I talk about? I can talk about anything, anybody, but there's I wanted to make this a different type of episode. I didn't want to just come in here and trash talk people I know personally and bury businesses I have issues with. I wanted to be more of a entertainment type field episode where it's a little bit more comedy based, a little bit more entertaining, okay? So hopefully I do that well. I've stated in the past, I am not a funny guy. I don't try to be funny because I know at the end of the night, I'm not a funny guy. I know that to be true. Therefore, I don't even try to be funny. If I do appear funny, it's accidental. And I guess it's more natural like that, right? To be funny accidental than to try and you try so hard that people can see it, right? When you're trying too hard, people can see past it. Okay, so but today I'm gonna try to be funny, and we'll see how that plays out. Okay, I have issues with some people. I'm at work at a certain location, and people come in, I say good morning, good evening, what have you. Most people here, I would say about 80 to 90% of people start off with Spanish, so I go with the occasional Buenos Dias, which is intended to mean good morning in Spanish, but the actual translation, if you think about it, Buenos meaning good and Dias means day. So you're not actually saying good morning, you're actually saying good day. So this is the annoying part. I say Buenos Dias, and because it's about 11:30 to 12, or maybe even 12:30 p.m. in the afternoon, some people go, Buenos Dias. No, it's Buenas tardes because it's already afternoon. They expect to be told good afternoon and not good dias. But to me, it's like I'm saying good day, not good morning. Otherwise, I would say Buenos mañanas. Mañana means morning. Okay? But even if I'm saying that correctly or I'm saying it wrong, doesn't matter. The point is, I'm telling you good day, good morning, if I'm saying it right or not. Just don't have an attitude. Just say Bueno Dias patas or say Buenas tardes or whatever you want to say. But don't be rude and tell me, oh, it's not Dias, it's tardes, it's noches, whatever. You get my point. That's not the point. Isn't whether it's Dias or not. Come on. Come on. And I was thinking, because there's a lot of time for me to think while I'm at work. Trust me, there's a lot of time for me to think. Mostly, that's all I do at work is think. And so a thought appeared in my head. It came up to me, and that thought was, what's going to happen to my stuff after I die? What happens to everything? What's going to happen to my tablet, my chart burner? What's going to happen to all my things around here? My Funko Pop collection, my Spider-Man action figures, all my action figures, my Spider-Man posters, this hat, that hat, everything. What's going to happen to it? Who knows? I'm sure that eventually it won't be in the family. Okay, because even if my wife decides to keep some of it, I understand you don't want to keep everything. It would be too much, right? But maybe some things that are memorable, right? Maybe you could keep one of my favorite toys, Baby Spidey, or something that more memorable about it, but not everything. I don't expect everything to be kept. So I don't know, I was just thinking, eventually all this stuff, when you die, it leaves your family. And that's understandably so, because your junk, no one wants all your junk, right? So that's what happens. It's not just with me, it's with everybody. So my brother, friends out there, whoever, just know that whatever you have with you, especially if it's a lot of useless junk, it won't be around your house after you have long passed. Speaking of that, while we're on subject of passing away and death, while we're on that subject, let me tell you what I believe, my opinion is. Very, very unpopular opinion, but this is my belief. You die, you stay on the ground, and that's it. The bugs eat you, and that's about it. Nothing special happens to us when we die. That's just one man's opinion. Maybe some of you agree, maybe a lot of you disagree. But hey, you have your brain, you have whatever thoughts you want. I'll have whatever thoughts I want. We're free. USA, we're free to think whatever we want. That's the freedom. That's supposed to be. That's supposed to be the freedom. Okay? And I'm not even gonna get into other stuff. Anyways, there's some stuff that really effing annoys me when I'm trying to sleep at night. Just the other night, I'm in bed. It's about 10 to 10:30 at night. And I can hear those stray animals, those homeless cats are nearby. I can hear them meowing softly, but just I can still hear them. They sound like they're right freaking back of my head. Very annoying. But those are animals. They don't know any better. So let's give those cats a pass, okay? They're animals. They don't know any better. But the humans, zero excuse. I give you no pass for this BS. It's 10:30 at night. Me, I'm trying to sleep. I'm pretty sure other people, other neighbors are probably trying to sleep as well. I'm pretty sure of that. I have neighbors that work early in the morning, I can tell, and they're probably trying to sleep at that hours too. But maybe they were affected just like I was. Maybe they were annoyed just like I was. If they heard it, I'm pretty sure they were. Freaking Raspa, man. The snow cone truck. The snow cone. The snow cone Raspa man van in front very loudly. That's rude. It is extremely rude to the rudest. Come on, it's 10:30, almost 11 at night. Come on, man. Have some respect, have some decency. At least lower your music jingle a little bit so it's not too loud. Come on, who's stepping out of their houses at that late hours to buy snow cones? Freaking Raspa mans disturbing me trying to sleep and I'm not able to. That's very unnecessary. Very unnecessary. Doesn't have to be that loud. There's a knob, I'm pretty sure. At least put it at halfway volume. Instead they turn it up all high like it's freaking 4 in the afternoon. It ain't. Very wrong indeed, in my opinion. And so like I said, I'm at work and I do a lot of these thinkings and I realize there's really one thing that freaking bothers me. And it still weighs heavy on me. And I don't like it. It's a fact that I can't change. And I had no control over it when it happened. But when my uncle passed away some odd years ago, and my aunt took the property and just sold off the house that was in my mother's family for generations, for over 100 years. It was on my mother's side of the family, and my aunt just sold it like nothing. If she didn't want it because she lives in another city here in Texas, she could have just handed it over to somebody else. But no, it was greed of wanting that money. Because if you give it to someone else and someone else sells it, they're gonna reap the benefits of the money. And I know what you're thinking. What's the difference? So that someone else could have freaking sold it as well. Yeah, but I disagree. All the past generations' hard work of getting that property, getting that house, all that hard work that this person, my great grandfather, whoever it was that got that property the first time, all that hard work to getting this is now down the tubes, down the toilets. To me, that wasn't right. I would have never done that. If my father leaves me a house, a property, or whatever, no way I would ever sell it off. No way. Because I appreciate it. And someone worked their butt off to get that into the family. For you to basically you just throw it away like it means absolutely nothing to you. To me, that's disrespectful. That's spitting in your ancestors' graves. It's disrespectful, in my opinion. That's something that I never like, and it bothers me. It bothers me. Because that house, I spent a lot of time at as a kid when I would visit my grandmother and my uncle. A lot of memories. And now I can't go because it doesn't belong in the family anymore. Now I can go and take a look around, walk around, and remember memories. I can't do that because of greed. Someone couldn't just pass it over to another family member. They had to sell it so they can. Not right. It ain't right. It's wrong. I don't know. That just comes to my head. All these things just come to my head. All these things just come to my head. Speaking of family, I've been trying to figure out, just because it's interesting to me, I've been trying to figure out every past member of my family. Some of it you can find it online. Some of it you can't. Trying to figure out the parents. Okay, I know my grandparents' name, but then their parents and their parents' name. I want to see how much far in the history I can go, how much I can dig up. Can I want to know. I want to know what were the names of my grandparents' parents and their parents' parents, and so on, as much as possible. But it's difficult. It is extremely difficult because as the farther you go, the more two set of parents you need to add. Because my grandfather came from one set of parents, and my grandmother came from another set of grandparents, and stuff like that. That's why it becomes more challenging. But that's interesting. I want to know because I want to know what they did for a living, and I want to know their names just so I can know and be interested. It's like, oh, that's where that name came from. Okay, so like, what if there's other members in your family that you weren't aware that were named after your great grandparents? Something you're like, oh, so that's why my cousin or my whatever is named this because of that. You find out interesting stuff like that, and I just want to know what kind of names they had back then in comparison to the names our family brings to the table these days. So stuff like that's just interesting to me, in my opinion. So I guess that's it. I really don't have much else to say. I just wanted to have a little chat and for y'all to listen. Maybe you needed, maybe you were bored. Maybe this kind of helped bring some interesting thoughts to your brain. And now maybe you can have something to Google yourself and be interested in stuff because maybe you were bored and maybe you can go searching for your ancestry history. Maybe you're into that. I don't know. And just maybe you can go and talk to your parents about it and figure it out. I don't know. But I did a whole family tree on my phone. I found an app, and so I can organize the entire family tree. And it's a big one. It seems the farther you go, the more people were having multiple number of kids. As far as this generation goes, it's less kids have been made. Back then, they were having 6 kids. Now it's just 3, maybe 4. I myself just 1 so far. Anyways, that's it for today. Probably be doing these type of videos a lot more often, and I'll be focusing more on stuff like this, so it's not just kid stuff, so it's not just kid videos and stuff, and maybe videos like this where I'm talking a little bit more interesting for the older viewers, but I'm still gonna put some videos that kids might enjoy. I don't really base my channel just for kids. I do it for whoever. I just post stuff that I like. I like to play with Nerf guns, and I like to, buy action figures and stuff like that. I'm a huge nerd for Spider-Man and Marvel characters. So stuff like that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll vlog you later. It's been good, y'all, and good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.